welcome or welcome back to 4F Beauty. Today I am doing a palette review on, it's a company I'd not heard of before. It's UK based, they're in Liverpool, and it's Pretty Little Palettes. This is the one that I've gone for. You knew I'd go for the vampy one, didn't you? So, if you want to see how I created this look and how well these perform, you're in exactly the right place. Don't go anywhere, because as soon as my song finishes, the tutorial, first impressions and review will start. You going to sing with me this time? Come on, you know it by now. When will I be YouTube famous? Here it comes. Hey, welcome back from the intro. As you can see, face is on. Today I'm actually trying a new one on me. I'm trying a Cushion foundation by Misha. I've got my Catrice concealer on, Bourjois bronzer, Tarte blush, Usual Essence pencil on my eyes. But today I've got this palette to try from Pretty Little Secrets. And when you open it up, a little bit of plastic to protect the shadows, nice mirror, and then aren't they beautiful? You can see I've resisted, I've not even swatched them yet. I'm going to swatch on my arm for you. There's nothing on my arm, no primer or anything. I'll do the top row first and the bottom row. I have got a face wipe here, and I will dry my fingers off on my towel or my trousers. Such production quality. Right, I'm going to start off with Fang and Blade. Got to be careful because my nails, that I don't actually jab them into the actual shadows themselves. So that's Fang and Blade. Oh, that blade is beautiful. Look at the shine on that. Yeah, it's the trousers, not the towel today. And then Metal and Grave. Oh, that's got some pigment to it, look at that. That probably would have on going around my arm actually. That's good. It's nice to actually have a good pigmented black, because all too often when you buy a palette and it's got a black in it, it's not as pigmented. In fact, it's so pigmented, some of it's actually fallen off of my finger into the shade underneath. Okay, right. Continuing with the bottom row, we've got Witch, as in, you know, I'll get you, my pretty kind of witch. I don't know why I assumed it was that kind of witch. Could be Glinda, Good Witch of the East, I suppose. And Crush. No. You know me, I love a good purple. And purples are the most difficult colour, along with blues, to actually. But that looks nice. Let's find a clean bit of this that hasn't got black on it. That black really has got some oomph to it. I'm really glad that I swatched it first, because I think if I go in too heavily with that, it could be a disaster, darling. And the last two are Dusk, sorry, hay fever, and Death. There you go, look. That's some really, really good. I hope you can't always go by swatches, but I really, really hope that in this case you can. Right, I'm going to put you on pause for a minute just to clean that off my arm, and I'll be straight back. Don't go anywhere now. Right, I'm back. I have got my colour switch for changing colours, and I'm starting off with a big fluffy brush. I'm going to zoom you in a bit so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah? Yeah. Right. You can, if you've got hooded eyes, you can still follow my tutorial. All you need to do is, with your eyes open, you can see when I look straight ahead, you can see all of my mobile lids, so I don't have a hooded eye. If any part of your mobile lid is covered, then you either have a partial or a full hooded eye. And you can still follow this tutorial. All you need to do is get a pencil brush or a thin brush, and with your eye open, just sketch where you need your crease to start. If you're lucky like me, you can just follow the physical shape of your eyeball. Okay, I'm going to start off with the shade Death, which was a wee bit of kick up in the pan there, look. Tap off well. I'm going to start in this corner and do our windscreen wiper. And then, because we're old and our eyelid moves, we then do little twirly-whirly motions just to blend that up the eye. And to make sure we've not got any bits where our eyelid might have folded over. Sorry if I keep clearing my throat, this blooming hay fever is really getting to me this year. Already. This is a really nice colour. It's blending out very easily. I mean, you know, I tapped very lightly into the colour, tapped the excess off, and I've not had to add any more on, and I've got that up as high as I like to go with it. So let's repeat with the other eye. I do like finding smaller companies, you know, more independent companies, and supporting them. This palette is normally 22 quid, but they had a deal on over Easter and it was down to 11. Keep an eye on their site. They very often have deals on, like buy one get one half price, or you know, buy two for 40 quid instead of the 44. They've also got lipsticks and stuff, but I haven't ordered those yet. I just wanted to try the palette out to start with. And you can see this is actually, I mean, it's blended up beautifully. It's got a lovely amount of pigment in, but not too much. I will try that black out, but it does worry me because it's so heavily pigmented. I just hope that, I hope it's controllable pigment. So I'm just cleaning my brush off. And I'm going to deepen this up with, let's go into Fang, which is the sort of russety reddy brown, the first colour in the palette. And we'll repeat what we did to start with, put our windscreen wiper in, and then we'll do our twirly whirlies, but we won't take it up quite so high. Every time I say twirly whirly now, I'm craving a curly whirly. Don't even know if they still sell them, but they're not 7.5p anymore, or even 10p, which is what they were when I left school. I'm reminiscing now about getting old stuff. These are blending really nicely on themselves as well. I mean, you do find that shadows from the same palette blend better on themselves, but this, I mean, you can see this is blending out lovely. There's no sort of grabbing of pigment. It's not you know, when I first put the brush down, it's not suddenly depositing a huge amount of pigment and then not blending out, which you can get with some shadows. They, particularly when they are well pigmented like this, it's not always easy to control. But this is blending out beautifully so far. Not a huge amount, if any, fallout that I can see at the moment. So just deepening this side up a little bit. I mean, that really is a pretty brown, isn't it? It's a proper Bambi kind of colour. Or they call it fang. Okay, yep, I like that. Let's clean that brush off and go for a slightly smaller fluffy brush. This is one I've been using. This is one I'm about to use. And let's go into dusk. Although this is it's got like a slight shimmer to it. I don't normally put shimmers in the crease, but I'm going to break my own rule because, you know, I've done an all shimmer look before now. I'm not scared of putting shimmers in my crease. We're just going to waggle that very gently across the top. Waggle on the top lid, wiggle on the bottom one. And we're just going to keep that to the very bottom of the crease. And then add a wee bit of colour just on the corner here. Just to deepen it up a little bit. And then little circular movements, but not taking it any higher than the actual crease itself. I mean, I hope it's coming across on camera as well as it is in my mirror down here. But these are blending really beautifully. And even this shimmer's blending nicely. As I hope you can see. So let's stick a little bit of dusk on the other eye as well to keep them the same. As always, I don't speed my tutorials up because when I first started following YouTube tutorials, I found it really difficult when they speed up or they'd do one eye and then boom, the other eye would suddenly be done. Because you'd have to keep pausing the video and then your screen lock would come on and then you'd be like, oh my god, what do they do there? I can't keep up with it. So although it does mean that my videos are probably quite a lot longer than most tutorial videos, it gives you a more accurate idea of how long it will actually take to do the look. I mean, obviously it's going to take me longer because I'm talking through each step as I'm talking to you. If I was doing this without talking to you, it shaves sort of 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes off the time, depending on what look I'm doing. But it does hopefully mean you can actually keep up with me if you're following along without having to keep pressing pause all the time. If of course you can blend quicker than me, feel free to speed me up. I'll sound a bit weird and I'll probably look a bit like a chipmunk. But, you know. Right, where's my pencil brush? There we go. I'm going to go into that black called Grave. Wow, look how much that picks up. Just barely touching into the pan. And that's tapped off. I'm going to very, very carefully put this on my eye. I'm going to go about halfway along, I think. Ooh, look at the pigment there. And then literally just the brush length along the lash line from the corner. I'm just laying that pigment down, and then I'm going to put the very tip of these bristles just once into that black. Tap off, and now I'm going to blend. This really is a really lovely intense black. And it's not proving too difficult to work with either. Well, at least not at the moment anyway. You watch me muck up the other eye now. I mean, you can see just how much pigment that has laid down. And you saw how little I put on there. I'm just taking as much as I can on the colour switch. Yeah, see, I'm not getting any more pigment coming off of the brush. And then I'm really just going to buff over those edges and try and get a nice seamless transition that really has given a very dramatic look. Wow. Right, time to repeat on the other eye. Which is so much easier to do because I can actually close this eye. Because this is the eye that I'm blind in, so there's no point at all in closing the other eye. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a great deal of makeup happening. Right, really tap that brush off this time. And let's get some blending going. I feel like I should be playing some music for you. That's some really intense black. I think this is probably the best black that I've used. This has got even more pigment than Jeffree Star's black out of a Beauty Killer palette. And that is saying something. Because that is a pigmented black. This is amazing. Be very careful with this black. Seriously, I'm not joking now, be very careful with this black. Wow. Right. Pack a brush. Let's go into Blade initially, which is that beautiful silver on the top row. And let's take that from the middle of the eye, from the corner of the eye to about the middle. I'm really sorry if you can hear that next door, they're just, as usual, making a racket. I swear they've got like animal-sized mice or something next door. Animal-sized, cat-sized mice or something, the amount of noise they're making. I'm really liking this. And bearing in mind, that's dry. I didn't wet the brush or anything. And look at the impact. Wow. That's a lovely bit of stuff. Right. Now, I'm going to pick up a bit of this Crush, this purple. Because you knew I was going to have to go into the purple. I'm just going to try and lay some of the purple just where the two colours meet. What do we think? Do we like? I think I like. Oh God, look at the fallout. Oh, it sweeps away quite nicely though, apart from the black that I tapped with my finger instead of a brush. Silly woman. I sound like Gordon Kane out of Hello Hello, don't I? Stupid woman. Tap your brush off and you might get less fallout. That purple is really lovely. It is taking a bit more effort to build the colour up with it, but purples are a difficult shade anyway, so I was expecting it to need a little bit more work. Right, I'm taking all the colour off of the brush. I'm just going to gently buff where the silver and the purple meet. And then do the same thing where the purple and the black overlap. Just so you get a slight hint. I think I've lost all the purple on that, haven't I? I blended a little bit too much. There we go. That's better. Right, I'm going to go off camera and do my eyeliner and mascara, and I'm going to be back to finish off under here. I'll use a little bit of concealer just to sort that out, but I'll be straight back. Don't go anywhere. I'm back with my wings and my mascara done. Right, I'm now going to get a nice flat brush like this, and I'm going to dip into which is that lovely bronzy gold, and I'm going to wiggle this just up underneath these bottom lashes. Like that, and then using that brush that we used for the purple and the silver, I'm just going to pop briefly back into Death, the first transition shade that we used, and just gently buff the edges of that out a little bit, just to soften it a wee bit. That's really nice. Put my little plastic sheet back over my Age my Watts. Age my Watts. I swear I'm losing it. Right, I'm going to go into the Jeffree Platinum Ice Skin Frost palette. A small brush. I'm going to pick up some Ice Cold. And just carry that on the inner corner here. And then up under the brow bone. Just to help lift the brows. This is why I don't take the colour right up to my brow and tend to stop sort of about the width of a brush below them with the colour. Pop a bit of. Alright, no clue where that blue came from. Because there isn't even a blue in that palette. Right, pop a little bit of ice cold there. Zoom you out a wee bit. Get my tears off brush. And just attack the rest of my face with a bit of highlighter too. Ice Cold is actually the first colour Skin Frost that I bought from Jeffrey. So it's really beautiful for super pale skin, particularly if you're cool undertoned like I am. It was my favourite for a long time until he released Uranus or Uranus, the second collab with Manny. Look at that. Stunning! Right, what shall I do lip-wise? I think I will use something a bit shiny. This is the lip topper that Jeffrey did with UI, called Sweet Tooth. As you can see, it's a really pretty hot pink. So let's zoom you in a wee bit. So I can put a bit of this on. All of Jouet's stuff always smells amazing. This is like vanilla frosting on a cupcake. You know what's coming now, don't you? Well, you should know what's coming now if you've watched any of my videos. It is time to liberally douse my face with setting spray. Ready? This real one smells like watermelon. You can stop there if you want, but you know. We all know I like my makeup to stay put. Right, I'm gonna do something with this mop of hair and I'm gonna be straight back. Don't go anywhere now. I've done something to it. I'm not entirely sure what, but I've done something to it. Right, so this is the finished look. Do I approve of this Pretty Little Secrets palette? Yeah, I really do. Especially seeing as how I got it at half price. I got it over Easter and it was like 11 quid. Beautiful pigment, not a huge amount of fallout. The fallout that there was dusted away without any problem at all. blended like a dream, I say go get one. Alright, take care. If you liked this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and then you don't miss out on any of this madness. Take care. Bye for now.